I'm spending my whole weekend in my pajamas. The whole thing for me is I'm trying to save you time, money, and energy. I have got a PhD in life. So, like, what do I care what some random person on the internet thinks of me? A new year, new me. You gotta have some fun. God, Tim, everything you touch just, like, is amazing. And I want to tell that person, no, it's not. I'm only trying to make one person happy, and that's Tim Castleman. How much battery does this recorder suck? I put a brand new set of batteries in. It's already down to 2 bars. Mother truckers, I may have to. I got recyclable batteries because I care about the environmental footprint. Not really. They were on sale for Prime Day, and I was like, you know what I like? Cheap batteries that destroy the country as quickly as possible. By the way, who disposes of batteries properly? Who doesn't just be like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to throw these in the trash? Wow! And not only throw them in the trash, throw them in the fastest possible. I understand this is a comedy podcast. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Last episode, not so much. No. The meth got a hold of me and got me in my feelings like I was Drake. Kidding. I like to share all parts of this, you know? Like, I feel called to kind of share what happened to me over the past 7 years. Sure, yeah. 7 years, yep. And maybe even longer, 10 years, and what I learned from it and how to help with the mental health stuff. But there's an audience out there, but I haven't written a book. I'm nobody special. Why can't it be you, Tim? Why can't it be you? I'm already currently running the world's largest nonprofit, according to the IRS. And I'm already doing my charity work through this podcast, which nobody listens to. And I don't even know if this goes up online anymore. I think my team just takes it and goes, oh, yeah, good job, Tim. Here's a sucker. Go away now. Bye-bye. And then they listen to it and be like, he's about to snap. Be real nice to him. Let's get him lunch so that we can get down on the kill list. Hey, Tim, if there were a list of top 5, what number would I be? Now, where was I? Comedy podcast. Yes. Told you last time I got a bunch of different things going on. Still compiling survey results. They're coming in. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. So once I get those results, then I'll sit down. I'll have a good cry, a good look at myself, a good look at what they want, and be like, this is where I can help them. This is where I cannot help them. But then I got all these opportunities distracting me. 15 years of letters over there to read. A scam project to finish put together. An upcoming launch. Our big once-a-year launch. The podcast, which we are trying to grow. By the way, just a quick reminder. Once we get to 100 subscribers, I will release a bonus episode of the podcast that nobody is listening to currently. I will release a bonus episode of it. It's just a joke. 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel. I'll release a bonus episode. And you guys can pick. I can talk about the horrific date that I mentioned in the last podcast, but I would only be able to refer to the things that I did. I want to be clear because she's going to fucking hear this and want to come over and scout my head off. You piece of shit. I can't believe you talked about everything that totally happened and was 100% true. I can't believe you would do that to me. So I'm not going to talk about things that involve her, but I will talk about how I, open mouth, insert foot. How do you like the taste of that? How I stepped on my dick multiple times and just flamed out. I mean, I have seen, this is strong, I understand. I have seen abortions go better than what happened on that date. I mean, by the end of it, we were both ready to terminate life. We were both, Put your keys in at the same time, turn them left, turn them right, whatever it is to unlock the nuclear code to launch this out and never let this see the light of day, yes. So I can talk about that. Or I can do a bonus episode on my first encounter with Russell Brunson, before Funnel Hacking Live, before ClickFunnels, before all that. I'll tell you what I saw, what I did in response, and how I hope somehow the year that this happened, that the internet is just deleted. It's just gone forever. For a dead man tells no tales, right? Somebody said that, I think. I don't know. Sounds good. Things are progressing nicely on the scam stuff. I've got to talk to a postal inspector. I've got to send some official letters. I got to write a letter to an inmate. The summary is still coming along. The only downside with me doing meth is I'm like, oh, let's be busy and productive. And that sounds great. And then the meth wears off and I'm like, oh, busy and productive. And I am just as busy, somewhat, and productive, sort of, when I'm not on the sauce. When I'm not on the sauce. And just for the record, I'm not talking about this sauce. You know what's crazy? I got a new plug for you people in the drug game. You know what I'm talking about. I'm speaking inside baseball to my homies. G's up, hose down. Sorry, hose. You're going to have to take a minute on this podcast and let me spit some game to the players and the playettes and the audience. So anyway, homie, what I was saying was I got a new plug. They're official as shit. I mean, this is a business. There's deliveries that can be made, right? There's pickups that can be made. They got office hours. I wake up every day to a list of everything that they have. It's fucking Christmas every morning, okay? I wake up, first text I open, I'm like, hey, wonder what Juan Carlos has got today. Holy shit. I send a few texts before you know it. Santa shows up whenever I want. That's good, but it's also a problem for me because as a shut-in during the summer months, I could be going out there and spending my money. I could go buy a boat and get all these girls that could not give a shit about me to be really into me for boating season. I could do that. Sure, I could spend the money and buy furniture for the house, that doesn't resemble a bachelor lives here. I could do all those things. But when you can get a zip for like $180, or God forbid, let me do a little zip math here real quick. Hold on, players. I'm trying to educate. Here we go. Or 140 for the low grade stuff? I mean, what are we doing here? You expect me to have the self-control to say no to a 140 zip? Are you out your damn mind? Yeah, go look it up on Urban Dictionary like I had to. I'm a 50-year-old customer practically in their eyes. I could be 60 and they're like, I don't know, that fucking old man that has stage 4 cancer based on his ordering history. I'm just like, what is a computer? I remember he was like, send me your location. I'm like, I have an Android phone. And he was like, no, dumbass. Here's, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, this fancy internet thing is so cool. Yeah, so I can talk to suppliers over in a third world country. Or I could have the disadvantaged youth of Lubbock, Texas, roll coals and head this way. Decisions. Right now they're on summer break. They closed. They're a business. They closed for a week. They put a thing up. They were like, yeah, we're going out and enjoying life for a week during this time. I'm like, what, huh? You talk about a fear of missing out. Maybe this is a problem. Maybe, yeah, When I'm like, when's my drug dealer coming back? I'm sorry. When's my plug coming back? That's how they get you an undercover. I'm not buying from you, cop. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about, young man. I mean, homie. And they're like, yeah, I told you, your grandpa. He's a pig. He's 5'0". A whole new world. Can you imagine the fact? I just want you to imagine the fact this is not going to be an issue for your children. One day you're going to try and be cool with your grandkid and you're going to be like, hey, little buddy, come here. Back when I was in college and we wanted to move an 8th, I had to call like 6 fucking people. Go to some sketchy ATM in the middle of town and then drive to a trailer park where I would immediately stand out with a full set of teeth and my high school diploma. And pray to God that, this guy doesn't shoot me over back then was probably, I don't know, $50 for an 8th, talking olden days. Now I'm like, okay, let me apply, order on my app, apply the coupon. You know what? I'm feeling lazy. Go ahead and deliver that shit to me. You know what? I will take the add-on of the Molly and the acid and the mushrooms and the. There can be staff meetings where people, instead of doing the vape for cigarettes, they're going to do it for weed. They probably already are. It's okay, Grandpa. Enjoy your applesauce and your medicine in it. This is tasty. Why does it taste so soft? Right? Right? And I think that's one of the things that I'm struggling a little bit with is, I'm reading some old stuff. And they talk about, like, you may need to lease a computer machine. And I'm like, I got my plug on Snapchat. I got girls I don't even know sending me nude photos on Snapchat. Not happening. Just want to put that out in the world. I'm the recipient of the first interracial dick transplant. Putting it out there in the universe. I found the first deaf and mute, 5'2", 32E, 102 pounds, soaking wet supermodel that's really into short, pasty-skinned white guys. Fat, facial hair, terrible dating experience. A few exes that, would like to have a word with me on my deathbed. Go into the light before we kill you type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you have this. Pretty cool honor to be named a rising creator on Facebook. Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg and Meta, for the chance to build such a great community. This person just posts a lot. And they got a thing that said, hey, you're posting a lot on Facebook. Good job. And they're like, listen. Me and Zuck talked the other day. In between him training to fight Elon, me and Zuck, we had a chat. And what he told me was, he was like, Tim, your post, we'll just let this guy use my name. He's not cool enough to have my name, but let's just say his name's Chris. I don't want him fucking up my name. Hey, Chris, we want to let you know, I do. I'm probably one of the top 5 richest people in the world. I've got a wife and 2 kids and 1 on the way. I'm training jiu-jitsu so I can fend off any chokes or attempt on my life by Elon Musk. But I wanted to take time out of my busy, busy, busy day to tell you how much I appreciate and how much the community values your posts on ChatGTP and crypto coin and Bitcoin and whatever. NFTs was the other thing that they were all big on. I mean, at some point, right? Cognitive dissonance does have to kick in and go, hold on, wait a second. Last week you were the Facebook guy. This week you're the NFT guy. Next week you're going to be the transfer your assets to non-US company, right? You know what I'm saying? You worried about that? Ooh, let me look. Hold on one second, kids. Sorry. I'm excited about something. How much longer? 1 hour and 38 minutes for a camcorder that I was hoping to buy for less than $300. And it's already up to $500. I don't think that's going to happen. Godspeed, friend. Why were you going to buy a camcorder, Tim? I can't tell you the real reason. The real source of inspiration. I saw a video, right? And I was like, oh, you could use a camcorder versus a phone. Huh. Maybe it would look more artistic if she was on 1080p. Do you think the front-facing cameras built in to the Canon X A10 will be able to capture everything they need to? I don't know. Do you think the battery life would sustain long enough for her to be like, oh my God, 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 like that? Could I zoom in close enough to see how many visitations her father missed? Dad, it's your weekend next week. Oh, mijo, I don't know why. I don't speak Spanish, clearly. You know that. Right? Oh, baby girl, I don't know. What the hell would a guy, I don't know, I don't have kids. What would you say to your kid not to visit them? You could do what my biological dad did and just not show up. That seemed to work. That was fun for them. Hey, let's play this fun back and forth game involving our children and scar them emotionally for life while we get our yucks. And those were people that loved me, to quote Bill Burr. So yeah, I was thinking about picking up a cam, but price is too high. I guess my Android phone is just going to have to collect But it won't be collecting much because, as I said in previous things, more people would have survived, or more people did survive Pearl Harbor and 9/11 than did my date. That's how bad it was. Another question for you, just a random thing here, right? Her name's definitely not Haley. She's definitely not 27. She's got a pride sticker, happy pride. Okay, cool. Well, you're on a dating app. That's awesome for me since I have a penis, right? I don't have a velvet taco. So I'm glad that you're on here looking for dudes. I'm a vegan. Love to learn, travel, and all things scary. Ladies, you all say that shit. Ooh, I love scary things. Until I start calling from a number that you don't recognize or showing up unannounced, pounding on your window, being like, why won't you return my text? Oh, we like everything that's scary. Yeah, you like the movie Scream. You don't like being in it. What was the movie with the psychotic ex? Like buried a rabbit. Didn't bury it. Boiled the rabbit. Fatal Attraction. Yeah. Y'all like the movie. But we try to recreate it in life. Suddenly we got a problem. I like being active. The outdoors. Going to concerts. Dancing. And when it thunderstorms, while I sleep. I have a busy schedule, but would love to make more friends. Well, tell you what, Haley, it's your lucky day, sweetheart, because what I was hoping was that I would be able to find a 27-year-old female with no children who not only possibly may be gay, nothing wrong with that, of course. It's 2023. If you have a problem with that, you're probably just old and waiting to die. Understand. Pop isn't going to become woke. He's going to become... And Haley, I can't wait to be here in Lubbock, Texas with you and take you out to the finest vegan restaurant amongst some of the world's best barbecue and steakhouse. You want to learn something? I'll learn you how to change a number. You want to travel? Well, there will be some distance between us until things, quote unquote, calm down. You like being active? Well, how about you keep running away from me? Fast, so I don't catch you. The outdoors? Sure. If you want to open it up to player 2, right? If you want to recreate Friday the 13th, we go out on a lake somewhere, and I'm like, get out. Concerts. I'll put some Cole Wetzel on there for you so you can hear the music. It's dancing. I ain't doing that shit. I got to save my energy for the stabbing, right? And when it thunderstorms while I sleep. So what I'll do is I'll take you out to this recreation of Friday the 13th. You like things that are scary? You want to learn some stuff? Like how to bandage a wound, hot wire a car, make a booby trap out of a tampon floss and a broken pool cue? I don't know. I didn't watch all of the movies. And just when you think you're about to escape, Haley, and go have some of the best vegan food of your fucking life, suddenly the intercom system pipes up and the thunder rolls. And I'm not talking about Garth Brooks, sweetheart. I'm talking about Spotify playing thunderstorms right into the microphone. Your kryptonite, sweetheart. And because you don't have any protein in your body yet, because it's not date number 2, and because you're a vegan, it just starts shutting down instantly. There's no way to resist. There's no red meat running through you. There's no accumulation of DNA for you to survive off of. So it rains, the thunderstorms. You fall asleep. Reed, 22. I love golfing and going out and having a fun time. Don't be scared to text me, boys. Well, okay, Reed. It says you live in Seminole, Texas, 66 miles away. Reed, if you do in fact live in Seminole, Texas, 66 miles away, they must have a 24-hour police presence on wherever it is that you lived and live, because they would have to shut down a cell tower to keep you and me apart. Oh, shit. Oops. Oopsie. Texas College of Cosmetology. Next. Thank you. I don't want to have to learn how to stitch up my own wounds. I don't want to have to use any of the hand-to-hand combat I was trained in the military to keep the Texas College of Cosmetology of Lubbock graduate student from slicing my throat with one of her straight razors. Then we got April. She's 39. Typical enjoyer of drinks. Is that because you're glass-eyed in both photos I've seen you? Movies and cuddles are a go-to. Karaoke. All of those things sound absolutely fucking horrific. I mean, let's go have a couple drinks. That's going to happen. Movies and cuddles? Sure. You want to get home? You want to get into bed? You want to cuddle? You want to Netflix and chill? As the Utes of America say, great. You want to karaoke? You go up there. I'll film you. I'll make it a fucking music video for you, April. But I don't care if they put a gun to my head and said, listen, Tim, if you don't get up there and sing Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel, we're going to kill this girl. And then I would say, April, it's time to die, baby. I'm sorry. I can't sing. All right, so we're getting a lot of close-up photos. Women, you got the angles. I mean, some of these, one exposes... I'm putting my fingers up. I've got a 40-inch monitor. I don't mean to brag. I'm putting my fingers up, and I'm getting a solid 5-finger plus ratio of the forehead. Now, that's not bad if that's a landing area. But unless you're going to let me paint a bullseye there every night, I may not be interested. Esmeralda. Esmeralda's a nun in this one. Then the next one, she's a gangbanger. These are good. Women will really have a whole-ass photo shoot getting in and out of a car. One of her photos is literally just her standing there. She's got a popsicle in her hand. Her legs are crossed, probably the first time ever in her life. And she's looking down at the ground. And somebody took this photo, and she was like, this is so banging. This is such a banger of a photo. It's going to be photo number 4. Photo number 1 doesn't show her face. Photo number 2 shows her as a nun on her knees, which I appreciate, right? Hey, look, however the Catholic Church is going to get more followers, the better. Third one, she's a gangster. She's got a white do-rag cap, bandana, right? And nails that look like you're either snorting coke or typing at your minimum wage job at. And then the 4th photo, again, is the photo shoot. Damn, girl, I look good. You know how I'm not looking at the camera? That's real artsy and shit. All right, she gets a +2. None of these hoes be into me. Let's switch over to Bumble. While I'm here, let's go ahead and make a memory. Tim, what's it like to be a single 43-year-old man dating? Oh, shit. I lost her. Oh, bam. I figure when she didn't reply, it was probably a goner. This girl was like, I'd like to know your deal breakers. And I was like, yeah, sure. Don't have your shit together. Boring sex. Okay, look, I might have said, I like to call you dirty names. I want you to call me them too. Sort of. And much like ex-wife number 2, she gone. That was enough for her to go, bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Thank you. Cindy, 38. Cindy, beautiful photos, but we're only getting face here. That's concerning. Again, ladies with the angles. Right? I'm just jealous because I hold all my weight in my titties and my gut. And you ladies can fucking suction cup that and twist and twirl some way. And then when you show up on a date, 50 pounds heavier, I'm like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? Folks, this is what dating is currently. 43-year-old man, life is a dumpster fire. This is what's happening. Oh, did we make a sale? Oh my God, we made a sale on a product. I can't believe it. I'm going to just shut down for the rest of the day after this. You guys said we run a nonprofit, not today. No, we're making sales. Tim Ferriss in Lamont, great podcast, Bird by Bird book. Just listen to the podcast. You'll get the idea. If you don't want to listen to the podcast, here's the idea. Take your big project and break it down step by step. But we can't say step by step. We say bird by bird. And then we invent a story that explains why we use that nomenclature instead of step by step. And because it worked for that other person first, we're less skeptical to believe that it won't work for us. Now, all of this, 100% of this thinking and the understanding of markets and psychology, it's all from the Dan Kennedy summary. That thing's the top 5 Mount Rushmore, Hall of Fame seminar. And I think we'll crack 100 sold. But that's real sad to the thousands that didn't act. Brick by brick, motherfuckers. That's what we're building this thing. Podcast by podcast, project by project, survey by survey. You get the point. All I'm saying is, because I can't date currently, because there's nobody here. I mean, do I even get Hinge? What is the point of Hinge? You know what I mean? What is the point of Hinge? To get rejected by smarter and attractive women? I mean, I don't know. Hey, the hot girls don't want you either. No, that's Raya. They don't have that in Lubbock, Texas. Half the girls here can't even spell Raya. Just want to make sure my editor's paying attention. Hi, Eric. Also, may just not have anything really to say right now. How do we bring this thing home? Brick by brick. That's how we're building this thing. I said last time, I used the analogy of like town ahead, town 6 hours ahead, gas station. I'm trying to find the right metaphor, analogy that makes people like, oh, I totally understand what you're saying. Rome was not built in a day. I understand that. I'm looking forward, not in the past. I should be looking in the past and not just constantly forward. And we should just take every opportunity as we could, as we can. And sometimes that will lead to a lasting, creative, fulfilling relationship for a year and a half that ends suddenly through your stupidity and dumbassness. And then other times, it's a single date with a walking red flag, where at the end of it, you're happy that you escaped with your life, all your limbs intact, none of your tires slashed, all of your animals protected. Life is a moving parade, according to someone much smarter than me, I'm sure. And I'm trying to get the train on the tracks. Let's just keep using train on the tracks, trying to choo-choo, choo-choo. It'll be the little engine that could, just trying to figure it out. And I've tried to figure it out in the past, and it's never worked. So, of course, I think, well, I can beat this game. I mean, sure, I sucked last time, but maybe this time I tried this way or that way or this. Edison, Einstein, what the fuck? Really? Really, Tim? Okay. Who created the light bulb? Thomas Edison, thank you. Well, I didn't create the light bulb. The first 440,000 attempts. I just learned 4,000 ways not to create a light bulb. Yes, I understand that. The journey, much better than the destination. I hear you. But I'm not a fan of the journey. I just want to get to the destination. I want the light bulb. When I walk in, I want to click it on. If it doesn't go on, I don't want someone to be like, well, Tim, we could replace that, but it took them 44,000. I don't give a shit. I remember being with my friend, E. Brian Rose, one time. We were in Vegas, and we ordered some food, and it was taking a while. And then he stopped the waitress. He goes, Miss, can you get us an update on our food? And then she goes into you wouldn't believe it. Today the cook was late. One of my waitresses quit. The manager's all mad at me. My kids are mad at me. The world's on fire. X, Y, Z. And I don't know, about the fifth excuse, he goes, excuse me, yeah, are we going to get our food or not? And I could not stop laughing at the fact that he was just like, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Are we getting our Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity breakfast or not? Am I getting my Grand Slam here at the La Denaise or not? No? Call my car. Take me away. Look, I have no idea what the point of this podcast is, okay? I'm working. I got some shit working. We're figuring it out, brick by brick, step by step, town by town, bird by bird. Article marketing turns into bum marketing. You know what I mean? You figure it out, Picasso. That's what I'm trying to do. Got that interview coming up with my buddy Chase here real soon. Probably the next podcast if I had to imagine. We'll be able to get that knocked out. Then I'm going away for a little R&R, so I got to bank an episode for you. I hope you don't mind my reverent humor that no one listens to being on display. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Basically this and more of this and more of this.